is Charles Corr. I've been working with and studying bereaved people for many years. Most of what I've learned from that work can be found in our book, Death and Dying, Life and Living. In this presentation, I just want to focus on one primary lesson. The lesson is that we should stop imposing a series of 5 psychosocial stages, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, to explain what goes on in bereavement. In fact, most bereavement experiences aren't like that at all. This model originated in pre-death interviews, not post-death bereavement. However, because bereavement doesn't typically move in a straight line from one stage to another, my recommendation is that we should stop staging people in this way. The stage model looks something like a mechanical car wash in which you drive up, pay money, connect to a conveyor device, and then your car is pulled through a rinse, brushes to remove dirt, another rinse, liquid wax, a blast of hot air. You drive off in a shiny, clean car. Bereavement isn't anything like a mechanical car wash. After a significant loss, grief includes a wide range of emotional, cognitive, physical, behavioral, social, and spiritual reactions. It's not all about emotions. There aren't just 5 ways to react to loss, and grief reactions don't necessarily follow any pre-established order. In fact, most people experience grief more like a series of waves or a spiral triggered by different stimuli. Most importantly, we don't just go through grief passively. Most people make efforts of various types to try to manage or cope with their losses and their grief reactions. I think those coping efforts are largely overlooked in stage-based theories. Individual bereavement journeys are always unique and personal. People who stick us in some stage of grief simply ignore our complex individuality. They settle for abstract generalizations and treat us as if we were interchangeable with every other bereaved person. What we learn here is there's no fixed time frame for coping with loss and grief, as long as we're living healthy lives. And there are no correct or right ways to mourn, although there are harmful ways like venting anger by beating on your little sister instead of pounding on a pillow. In order to help those who are bereaved, we need to be present with and for them. We need to listen carefully to them. We need to offer help whenever and however we can. To do that, we need to stop staging people as if we could know ahead of time what they're experiencing and how they need to live out their experiences.
Let your heart break, let the light shine through the crack. Let your soul ache for what lies beyond what you lack. For it is God's grace that holds you as a friend, and it is God's face that you'll behold in the end. And in the end, there is no end. So let your heart heal in the moment that is right. Let your soul feel through the darkness toward the light. For it is God's grace that holds you as a friend, and it is God's face that you'll behold in the end. And in